Hi, my name is Jacob and I'm an addict. This isn't the easiest thing for me to reveal to people, but when I am asked about my past, how I ended up where I am today, there is no other way in communicating this but giving you the truth. So I'll start with this. I once heard someone in recovery say that addicts in recovery are given the opportunity to live two different lives in one lifetime. Looking back at where I came from and where I am today, I believe this to be true. In this speech, I will share how my past struggles with addiction molded me into who I am today, how recovery led me into the HVAC field and college, and where I hope my future will take me. First, I'll talk about my past and how my addiction affected my life. Next, I'll explain how recovery gave me a second chance through education and HVAC. And finally, I'll share my goals for my career and the future. So without further ado, let's get started. Because of the lifestyle that I chose to live, I honestly should not even be here today. I started drinking and smoking when I was only 13 years old. And over time, uh, things led into much more harder drugs and years of addiction until I was 38 years old. School was never much of a priority for me. I struggled in elementary school, junior high. I never graduated high school. I did earn my GED, and I was 23 years old, but addiction continued to control my life for many years. So about 4 years ago, everything changed. I entered into rehab, moved into a sober living, and was introduced into Narcotics Anonymous. This was all the beginning of a second chance for me. More than, to be honest, more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chances. But enough for me to be able to stand with you here today. Now that you heard about where I've come from, I'd like to share with you about the path that brought me to college. One day I took a friend to look into an HVAC program. I wasn't planning on going to school at all. Furthest thing from my mind. But something about the trade caught my attention. I completed a 10-month HVAC program at San Joaquin Valley College. And since it was my first time back to school in so many years, it was difficult for me to keep up. But I finished the program and I earned my EPA, a 608 certification, and OSHA cert, pretty much just saying that I can handle refrigerants and that I'm a safe worker. And even though I completed the program, I realized I still had a lot to learn. My boss encouraged me to continue my education instead of settling. So today I'm attending college to work toward an associate in science degree in HVAC. While in school, my goal is to stay on track with a plan made out by a counselor, continuing gaining hands-on experience, and building a stronger understanding of the trade so that one day I can teach others. So now that I've talked about where I am today, I'd like to share with you where I hope my future will lead me. After college, I hope to either join the local pipe fitter union and work in the commercial HVAC or my contractor's license and start to own my own HVAC business. But more than anything, I want to continue learning until I have enough knowledge and experience to teach others entering the trade. I know what it's like to start all over in life, and I'd like to help someone else do the same. I also hope to build a reputation for being dependable and someone who takes pride in their work. My goal is not only to provide a good life for my family, but also to prove that no matter how far someone has fallen, they can rebuild their life through recovery, hard work, and education. And now that you've heard about my past, my present, and my future, I'd like to wrap everything up. Today, I've shared how addiction shaped the first part of my life, how recovery gave me a second chance, and how education has placed me in the field of HVAC with the hope of reaching goals of a successful career while helping others along the way. So after listening to my speech, my story should show that no matter how difficult your past has been, it doesn't have to determine your future. Recovery gave me the opportunity to begin living a completely different life. At the age of 45, I finally understand that success isn't about your start. It's about refusing to quit. It's about suiting up and showing up no matter what. I can't change the first half of my life, but I can make sure the second half of my life is worth remembering. So today, I'll continue to do that. By staying connected to the program that helped me build this foundation into a new life. As I said, it's not easy for someone like me. The old mentalities, the old ways of thinking, and transferring them into new ways of thinking and new ways of living. With that, I'm going to leave you here, and I hope that this speech will be memorable to you. Thank you for letting me share. Bye.